Well, Brock, the fans were out and shouting J-E-T-S Jets well before the gates opened here. And now they fill the stands at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Greg Zuerlein out for the opening kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here to start. Oh, it's intercepted. What a start. And the Jets force the turnover on the first series of this game. Oh, baby, this stadium was already loud to start this game, Brock, but that play, it's in an absolute uproar now.
And the one thing you want to do as an opposing team is quiet the crowd. Especially as a quarterback, it's your job to quiet that home crowd. But an interception, well, it does nothing but add fuel to the fire. A fever pitch now as the offense takes the field, looking for an early lead.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. From the 39. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Pressure comes, Rodgers. That's caught for the first. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Zuerlein has it all teed up and ready to send it away. It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's out of bounds after getting this to the opposing 45. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Right side, and that's secured by Kittle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought to a halt by C.J. Mosley. Give him only a couple that time. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle them up before it came to fruition.
Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 28. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er 1st down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Escapes the pocket. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
You just feel this defense starting to come alive, don't you, Kate? Got their first turnover last time out. Now they put their first sack on the board. In big plays on that side of the ball, well, they can come in bunches. Defense sure hopes to keep this faucet going, and the offense wants to turn the spigot off immediately. That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
Third and short, here's Purdy. Connecting on the slant. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get it down to a single point. Deebo Samuel, the touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers tie this game 7-7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Couldn't connect right side, it's incomplete. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver, and it sets up second down.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Rodgers here off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. More from MetLife coming right up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down. They'll go for it. Rodgers. He put everything he had into the... Wanted to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And the 49ers actually go backwards, lose a chunk on the return, but they're still celebrating. It's an interception on the play.
At their own 48-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun is Purdy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his right. He'll fire it deep into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. And the Jets get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. He's trying to go deep again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Wilson's got it. Touchdown, New York! The Jets parlay the interception into points. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Their line has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. 1st down throw by Purdy. And a man is there to knock that away.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, you're looking at a huge gain.
Back to the air on 2nd, Purdy. Oh no, they get him yet again! Chuck Clark has it! And the Jets get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back now, pressure on its way. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Trying to find his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On 2nd and 10 now, Rodgers. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
Conklin brings it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down. They'll go right side with Hall. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Second and 13. And this one's up there, but a little too far up there.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Rodgers here from the gun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain. This one misses the tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Play fake, it's Rodgers. They can't connect as the coverage comes through. The 4th down stands.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Pretty throwing here on first. He's on the move.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he can get the first down.
From the 47. Completed here to McCaffrey. Rolling into enemy territory. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He fires one deep down the middle. This is caught inside the 15. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has it well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And it's going to be 2nd down.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
They've got a man in motion. To throw again, it's Purdy. On the move, headed right. And got his man, that's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers earn the chance to tie it before halftime. George Kittle, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers tie things up at 14. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Inside. Yeah, this.
To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. And it is picked off by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. They kick the running back in motion. Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that... Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Chased out to his right. Catch is made in close. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that throw just gets away from the quarterback a little bit, and he couldn't stay in the field to play. It's tough to blame him, though. He's got to leave the pocket, and he really had some tough circumstances to try and push that one down the field.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Moody knocks it through, and they've taken back the lead. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah, 300.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the 49ers take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. And it doesn't matter who gets that ball to start the second half because he picks it off on the very first play.
I wonder at halftime, down there in that locker room on the whiteboard, if that defensive coaching staff just said simply, go get the ball. It's exactly what they do, and it totally changes the complexion of this second half.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense up to the line fast.
It's It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Looking to throw. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception.
26.
Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
First down, Rodgers. That's complete to Wilson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Throwing on first down, Rodgers. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it's second down coming up. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Devontae Adams. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take a third-quarter lead. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
That one right down the middle. And the Jets take a 4-point lead. Zerline has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Samuel now to return it. The return manages to get just beyond the 30.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a 49er first down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
First down, and they go right back to him. He finds space into the red zone. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. This is the end of the third quarter. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the fourth.
49ers 17.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They stick with McCaffrey. Just a couple of yards here as he heads for the sideline. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
It's a run on 4th down. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. And they do not get a desperately needed first down. He doesn't make it, and they still trail after the turnover on downs.
Man, what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front, just as equally motivated to get off the field.
Devontae Adams, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
This is reeled in by Wilson. It's a gain of 22. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
They'll throw again. Rodgers. They did it. He made the interception. Jair Brown has it. Oh, he fumbles it. They might give it right back. And they get it back. A huge play continues. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Rodgers here off the play action. Wilson's got it. Has room down the left sideline. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. From the shotgun, Rodgers. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And he's brought down after a short gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Off the play fake, here's Rodgers. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's back to throw. That's caught for the first. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll give the Jets a first down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion. Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Setting up to pass. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game.
Brings up fourth down.
Fourth and forever coming up.
Hey, take 26.
Back to throw. Wow, still throwing, and this is intercepted. Jair Brown has it.
By the 49ers. They'll take over first and 10 at the 46-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here he is to throw. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Running back sent in motion. He'll look to throw it. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Mosley. And the Jets make the play that should win them this game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Down the sideline inside the 30. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that second level.
Down to the 10. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
He finds him right side. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. So the win goes to the Jets. And finally, Brock, they can exhale And take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. Here's Jake Moody to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Houston. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Collins. First carry for Joe Mixon. And a nice run to start out. 6 yards on the first play of the game. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. Mixon has the 1st down and more. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
Well, how about that for a statement on your opening drive, Mike? I mean, we knew coming in that they wanted to get this run game going, and man, boy, did they ever.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And here's the first carry for the power back, Dameon Pierce. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. Nick Bosa, the former All-Pro, in there for the sack. What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go. Look at hot.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on 4th down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
And this play's going nowhere. Taken down behind the line. A great way for this defense to get on the field and get started. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Purdy. Downfield, and it's caught by Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down after a big 2nd down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's caught. Christian McCaffrey. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. One of the tight ends motions right. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. And that is incomplete.
great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their second. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. Now Purdy. This is intercepted. It's the safety, Jalen Petrie. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. So they make the decision on fourth down to try to go for it. Instead, it goes back the other way for a pick six.
Yeah, and anytime you go for it on fourth down, you're saying, hey, we don't mind rolling the dice and taking some chances. In this case, it backfires. The defense is able to capitalize, and they take it all the way back the other way.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. They'll put Ayuk in motion. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. He'll dodge one would-be tackle and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49. Purdy. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL had. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. Greg and I back from Houston in a moment. Here's 3rd and 2. They need 2. Here's Purdy. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 2nd down, Purdy. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. He'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this first down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the first down marker, sets up 4th down.
Moody's kick is good. And the Niners are on the board just before halftime.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this will be a Texans first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line. Texans going to use the last of their timeouts here as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. That is intercepted. Picked off by Talanoa Hufanga.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. So Jake Moody now out for the field goal. This one from 39 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So a very tight first half, a 1-point game here at the break. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Samuel going to see what he can do. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. It is Azeez Al-Shire with the stop. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. On the counter, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. And this one is intercepted. Derek Stingley comes up with it. And the Texans have excellent field position as they take over right at midfield.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is. Mike, I have to be honest, when offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
Throwing on second down, Stroud. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. Third down coming up. Here's Stroud. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction.
On fourth down, Stroud. That's over the middle and caught by Dell. And he's not going to get away. They get him down right after the catch. Great rally to the ball to force a turnover on downs.
So the key to this play is when you're going to play pass coverage and you're going to drop in depth, you have to understand if the quarterback drops the ball off short, you need to rally tackle. You need to limit the run after the catch. Don't let that receiver pick up the first down. That's exactly what this defense was able to do in this situation. Tackle him short of the chains, force the turnover on downs.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Again, it's McCaffrey. McCaffrey, first down and more. And it will finally be brought down at the Niners' 25-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Christian Harris there on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Third down. Purdy. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Henry Tuotuo.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Man in motion, it's Diggs. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
I'm thinking, Mike, they might have had a little tendency on him or been tipped off pre-snap, because it seemed to me like that defense was just ready and waiting for the jet sweep. There wasn't a whole lot he could do. He takes the loss.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Good, right?
A second down throw for Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Third and long. Stroud going to set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
They'll go. It's Stroud. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that fourth down attempt right there was exactly that, and this defense came up huge for a big-time fourth down stop.
They'll give to McCaffrey on the option. And the defense, good job sticking to their rules. They didn't take their eyes off the running back, who gains nothing.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
And he will score. Christian McCaffrey, touchdown San Francisco. All right, now, what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? Out of the gun, they'll give it to McCaffrey.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Stroud. Open man, that's Collins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They will work the middle with Mixon. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. Back to throw, Stroud. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They go with Mixon. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Mixon. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
The Texans going to go ahead and use their first timeout here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Now, Stroud. And he's going to have a Texans first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
Final minute, still 2 timeouts remaining as we get to 1st and 10. Here's Mixon. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Here is 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
That's going to be incomplete, so no help there, and we're likely down to a final snap.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players, and that's exactly what they did here, and they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
Here we go. One final play. And that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavarius Ward. And the Niners are going to come up with the late turn.